Hey there guys, what's going on? And welcome back to the Ultimate RTG, and it's 2020 and everything just feels the same, but it's a new year. Happy New Year. And maybe what you want to do on today's video is drop in the comment section something that you're wanting to achieve for the new year, but don't be unrealistic, otherwise it's going to be putting too much pressure on yourself and that's never healthy. But you could use this video as motivation, like come back to it, look at your comment and make sure you get it done. But the new year has started, boys, and nothing's changed with me. I'm still winning drafts, so that's a positive. 4-4-2 formation back to back. The first one was with the 2 centre mids, and the other variant was with the 2 CDMs, and I've got to say I prefer the centre mid ones, especially with some of the tactics that I was using. I copied somebody else's and it worked very, very well. He was using long ball with it, and I don't know if I preferred balance or long ball, so that's something that I'm going to have to figure out. But it was offering so much more in the attack than the 4-2-3-1, but at the back, I had a few problems. But I feel like I want to put that down to the players that I was using. Robertson, the 86 version, very good defensively when he's in position, but he was getting burnt for pace versus Mane and Mbappe. The guy was targeting Robertson, it felt like. And then my 2 centre-backs were Laporte and Puyol, so it didn't really help me out, but we were still able to grind out the all-important wins, and back-to-back draft wins are very, very nice. So the 4-4-2 is doing bits for me right now, but what came out last night, wow, it is an incredible CDM that could well be the next Battaglia or Acuna. It is Phillips from the Championship. Now what I've done today is completed him on my other account, so treat this as sort of a loan version of Phillips. Obviously, we don't have that luxury to go and try these cards out because EA don't have loans available for League SBC cards. But instead of me locking in, I don't know, 150,000, not knowing how he plays, we're going to be switching accounts, still inside of the RTG, and try Phillips in some division rival games and see if he can perform to that level. Because his face stats, there is no way he is only an 84 rated card. I think what EA are doing this year is keeping them all so low, then you don't have that opportunity just to take those cards and stick them into SBCs. Whereas on FIFA like 17, 18, they had Premier League cards. I think De Bruyne, who was 94 rated, 93 rated as a League SBC. So even if you didn't want him, you still have that high value to gather up packs, so, especially when they had icon SBCs as well. So EA are being cheeky, they're being greedy as per usual, but yeah, we got at least Phillips to go and try out. The packs back weren't terrible. I think I was able to make a profit all in all. So if you are enjoying the series, boys, please do leave a like, that'd be fantastic. If we can aim for 2,000 likes for the new year, that would be amazing. And if you are new around here, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell, do not miss any content from myself. And it is time to go and give you a bit of an update on this account, and then we will switch and see what Phillips is all about. So as the market is a little bit weird right now, I've just been playing the draft to make that extra profit, and so far so good. It is working, and I don't want you guys to just pay attention to what I've sold. Think about all of the other rares that I've been able to add to the club, and also non-rares, like discarding them for like 300 or the rares for 650. It is going pretty well. So Vitsor, Higuain, sold those. Dzeko 5,000. Tad, that was 6,003. Don't know why he was so expensive. Lucas Moura 6,005. Areola actually sold for 4,001. I got Gibbs there. I've got Jurgen Klopp. People are wanting Klopp for 3,000 coins. Fair enough. So another little update that I want to give you are for the icon swaps. So icon swaps, last night I did the Bundesliga, and believe it or not, this one was harder to achieve the 4 wins than playing with the 3 Lions team. I think the Bundesliga side was arguably better. I don't know what it was, like I was scoring goals, but the rule that I have, like this hidden rule that I've just made up in my head, is if I come up against someone else that's doing the objective, and let's say my opponent scores first, I'll quit the game. If I score first, I expect my opponent to quit, and sometimes they don't, so you're wasting like the full 90, and sometimes they end the draw as well. So that's never good. But La Liga, 4 wins required and we're done. And I think if the objectives are going to be similar to what they're asking for now, I don't see why we can't get the 24 swaps needed for Essien. I think I'm going to be able to achieve that. As long as they don't drop in like ultimate difficulty in squad battles or play like 50 games and score like 100 goals with a certain player, then that's just not realistic for us. But we will get it done, I hope, or we can just fall back to that middle icon SBC. So I'm going to switch accounts, boys. We're on our travels and we're going to go and try out the new beast. Looking at the face stats first, the pace, shooting, passing, dribbling, defending, physical is all there. Medium to high work rates, 3-star, 3-star, and I want to put him through his paces and use him as a 4-4-2 centre mid, so he's up and down the pitch, he's getting on the ball a little bit more, we can test out his dribbling and see exactly what he's offering, and the attributes, with a Shadow Chem style especially, the acceleration sprint speed is perfect, the shooting, he's even got a nice balance to that, the passing is fine. Don't let that 64 curve put you off. I was using Battaglia and he has something like 60 odd and he's fine. He can pass the ball around. The dribbling is decent and the 93 composure, which is very high. Defensive stats are good and the physical is as good as an icon, man. Like 93 aggression, 91 strength, 95 stamina. He looks so good. So how the hell is this man only an 84 rated card? He's not. I think he may share like the same total stats as that Footman Sakuna, like one of the best centre mids to go for on the game. Then Connor up top, I decided to use because I've never tried him yet. Medium work rates, 4-star, 4-star. So the team is going to be a little bit weird, right? I'm going to have Essien and Phillips as the two centre mids, and then Hullet and kind of up top just because. I want to test that to see what it can offer. But this could be the future of the RTG. That's why it's good to test out a few of these cards. It's tough right now to get some regular games because everyone is doing the objectives. That's why EA separate them. Division rivals and objectives. Oh no, I'm going to get caught big time. That is the problem with this, sometimes this 4-4-2. But well done, Phillips. Track back on his own. Good stuff. Come on, Essien. Phillips. Get out wide. What a ball. That's fine. He's put me into space. Phillips pushing on. Little throw ball. Give it back to him. Phillips, first time shot. Oh, a little bit weak. Didn't catch it properly. On the ball, he's not bad. And if you're using him as like a CDM, he's good enough to avoid being tackled a few times. Neymar. Well, that's something special right there. I don't know how it's gone in from that angle. Phillips is there again. He really wants to attack. And on the ball, he's not amazing, but it's good enough for me, I'd say. Oh, that run from Essien, though. Oh, Christ. Essien. Who's there? Who's there? Hullet's there. Phillips. One touch. Oh, deserved the goal. Damn. I would have to say that he has been man of the match so far, but I've given him that license to roam free, and he is picking himself up into good positions in the midfield. On the ball, surprisingly quite nice. So if you were wanting to use him as a centre mid, I think he's good enough for that. And his pace on the track back isn't elite, but it's good. And he just reminds me of like the Sissoko type player, where his stand tackle and stuff isn't the best, but he's got the physical and he can just charge people down. And I'm enjoying him so far. I'm gonna play this one short. Oh, those are a little bit dodgy. Phillips with a turn. Got to test out his close control. He set that well. Oh, I deserved it. Damn, well done, Hullet. I deserved that goal. His close control isn't top tier, but like I said before, it is good enough. Centre mid, CDM especially, is going to be very, very nice in that role. Go on, Phillips, Boro. Whoa, have I got the pace to recover? Yes, and I've got the aggression as well. I like that. Those 50-50s he's getting onto quite a bit, and you've got to put it down to his aggression and his strength. The guy is aggressive, man, and he wants those balls. Neymar. Phillips. Nicely done. No. Phillips with a finesse from there. Why not? Oh, wow. Was that heading in? No, that was a good block. But full time, and I've been running Phillips into the ground, using him as that, box-to-box centre mid. And I've got to say, he did a good job. The way he feels on the ball isn't anything special, but it did surprise me. I didn't think he was going to feel as nice. The tackling, the tracking back, feeling strong. He is a pretty decent unlock. So round 2. And we're against the 4-4-2. Another Bundesliga squad. He's using Grincha as a right mid. I don't know about that. I would recommend using him in that formation as a striker at least. Oh, here we go. Phillips running through. What's he doing? A little drop. Near post OP. Yes. Go on. Yo, Phillips, his finishing stats, I think he had like 80 finishing, like 80 odd attack positioning. So it's balanced. It's not top tier. And I think if I were to use this formation like on the RTG and going into the weekend league with it, I think Acuna's going to be playing a better like centre mid box to box. So this guy alongside an Acuna would be quality. Tell him to stay back. I got Phillips making that run, but I'm just going to use him as a little bit of a disguise there. Now he's in those advanced areas. Pulling the strings. What a ball. Come on, man. Like, his passing game is very, very strong, but you look at the curve and the vision, and those are really like the two lowest playmaking stats, but that pass was special. Completely cut him open. Great ball. And Hullet's never missing that. So far, I am impressed, but like I mentioned when he scored the first goal, I think he's capable of being able to beat players with the way he feels, but I tell him to stay back. Use him as the anchor of the midfield and have someone like a Battaglia or an Acuna to play alongside him. That's going to work very, very well. But if you are someone that is wanting to experiment with like a 4-4-2 or having push on, he can do that as well. Like, he's quite well rounded. That's just what I'm feeling from the card. Road to rage for the next game. Maybe Phillips will make him rage. Relax, relax. That's a great pass, but Gomez, Stretch Armstrong at the back. Look at his legs. He just latched onto that ball with ease. Or if they do release his SBC, I may consider it. And if you've already got Gomez, you got a little bit of chemistry over to Phillips. And get yourself like another icon. If you can't afford it. Easier said than done. Oh no, that ball! Oh wow, that pass, man. I don't think he was expecting it. Yeah, Dembele. Whoa, 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 whoa. Who's there for support? I know where my players are right now. And that is exactly where Hullet is. And he's missed. What the hell? He's missed. That was nice positioning. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sol Campbell coming across, though. Oh, that's mine. He showed way too much of the ball to Sol Campbell. I've screwed up with that, though. Like, big time. Oh, no. Oh, that's a goal. Dalglish. Way. That went way over the bar. First half is done, and I think 2-1 would be a fair scoreline. That Hullet miss. How did he do it? That would have been another assist for Phillips. So, yeah, it's going well. Oh, I've been blocked off. No, who's that? Dembele? Dembele just being so overpowered. Yeah, of course. Go on. Phillips. Look at that run. Oh... Oh, wow. Oh, penalty, I think that is. It's a pen. Yes, please. Right, Phillips. Although he didn't win it, I want to see what penalties he has. 70. Oh, dear. Let's try it, boys. I'm going to time it. Come on, Phillips. Don't let me down. Oh, he has. He's let me down, boys. Who's that? Cunner. Over the top. Oh, if that didn't get an auto block there, that was going to fall right to my feet. And Dembele, oh, lovely turn. Neymar, wow, this layman. What version? On the edge, Phillips is there. First time on the volley. Oh, nearly another goal for him. Nearly the winner, maybe. On the edge. Is that Phillips there? Yeah, it is. Phillips long shot. Oh, and that's a good game. It was a decent opponent. He had a nice team. And it wasn't really anything wrong defensively. It was in the attack I could not take my chances. I created, well, good enough ones anyway, to go maybe like 3-1 up. I wouldn't say 4-1. I'd say 3-1 would have been a fair scoreline, but 1-1 would take that. And Phillips, I was getting him involved, yeah, and I think at times he was controlling the game for me. I just like the tactic that I'm using on the centre mid right now, which is leave him on balance and then the other one stay back, and then that centre mid is just up and down the pitch. And he did work well in that role, but I don't think it's like ideal. So I've just checked the price of this SBC and I think it's going to shock you. 270,000. Oh, a little bit pricey, and I think that's going to be a similar price to Battaglia right now because he went up to 300,000. And is he as good as the likes of Acuna or Battaglia that I'm actively using right now on the RTG? He's not far off, and if you're using him in the correct position, like I was wanting to get him involved a little bit more in the play, see what he could offer, like pushing on as well as defensively, and I was surprised with the way he felt on the ball. Good in the defensive areas, but when you're wanting to maybe drop past a few players like on the edge of the box, he can do the drag backs, that's no problem, but the 79 dribbling is going to hold him back in those attacking areas. His pace though is sweet, didn't have any issues with that, and his tracking back speed was fantastic, and also jockeying, I felt he was really nice to position. His shooting, if you can get him on that right foot, he looks like he wants to score. He's got a good eye for goal. On his left, didn't really have that much success. His passing, one of the balls impressed me. The one to Hull it was on a plate for him. He couldn't miss. But I wouldn't say like he has world-class passing, but the 92 stats for both short pass and long pass is quite nice to have, and the defending was good enough. Some of the balls just like went past his foot. I don't know if that's just because of the way the game felt or if it was due to his lack of interceptions, but everything else was solid. I think where you'd want to use him though is have him as the anchor of the midfield. Although he can do a good job pushing on, you saw it from the clips, I think his best role is to anchor the midfield alongside somebody else who's a little bit more attacking. And then if you are desperate for goals, then you can switch that to balance and ask him to also push on and provide support. But if you play him alongside Acuna, that's going to be an awesome pairing. Who would I rather have though in my team? Battaglia with that 4-star weak foot and his eye for goal, I think he's just better going forward. And Acuna's like better on the ball, but he's a mixture of both. Like it's a hybrid of like you got Acuna, you got Battaglia, you got nice aggression. 270,000 isn't a bad price if you're going to use him for the rest of the game. But locking in all those coins for that card when you could have got the Acuna SBC for like, I don't know, 30,000, 40,000, it doesn't seem like great value. But is he good in game? Yes, he is. And I did have some nice enjoyment with the card. Kind of didn't really do anything. I'm sorry, boys. It was a bit of a weird setup, like using Hullet and him together. But I do like Phillips, I gotta say. Nothing really wrong with the card. Solid CDM, can push on as well. Will I do him on the RTG? A little bit pricey for me, but is he worth it? Boy, plays very well in game. So if you've got the coins, why not? But thank you very much for watching, boys. Leave a like, and I will see you on the next one. Hold on, what do we have tomorrow? Foot Chat Rewards. Team out. Peace.